Which is the one experience or subject you took in school which made you believe that you can change the world?
I think that there is one subject that is so important for change world. The languages. I love languages and I love English, and English for me is the most important things in my life. And I love speaking English, and I think that the languages and the unity for the languages can change the world.
The experience that made me think that I can do it was during an Italian lesson, and I'm lucky to have a very special teacher, and I thank the school for this, and he made me think that I could do it during a philosophical lesson, and we talked about the world and what's happening now, and I think I can do it.
Perfect. Can you give me a big I can at the end of it?
I can!
Perfect.
Yeah.
Third question is, what was one experience you had in school that made you believe you can change the world?
So when we first came up with this project in our school, all the teachers really supported us, and they said that we ourselves were we were confident about this product, but our teachers took that confidence to the other level. They told us that we can take this product to various competitions, and we could introduce it to the world, and we could get various investors from around our community. And we had a lot of exposure in our school. The principal gave us a lot of exposure, and we also came on radio from City 101, which is a local radio station, and we talked with investors as well. So I feel like all of this built up our confidence, and it truly made us believe that we could change the world, and we could lessen the plastic pollution.
Perfect. Can you just say I can really loudly?
I can.
What is that one experience that has really changed you?
Like one of the experiences when we went out for our table tennis. We had a table tennis tournament, and I got an opportunity to go out, and it was it was a new perspective from my point of view, and I liked and I loved it. And our sports teacher was also very good, and he was with us. Even we lost a few matches, but he was there with us, and he stood up, and he helped us to overcome our defeat, and it was very helpful, and we were very encouraged by that.
What has been the most useful school course or school experience from making you believe to make a change?
I'd say mostly just the whole song project, honestly, because just being able to be a part of that is something, and being able to spread a message to other people has been really useful.
Which school course did you take that made you believe that you can change the world?
Oh, okay. The one that I took that made me believe I could change the world was history. Yes, history.
The one I took was geography.
Geography.
Mine is history.
And why is that? What was it about history or geography that made you feel like you could change the world?
Okay, history was looking back at what people did that destroyed the world is now making me feel like I can make the world a better place.
My brain. Yes. Actually, that's what I wanted to say.
Okay, perfect. And one last question. What do you think makes a great teacher?
A great teacher, understanding. They can understand the students better.
Well, who can teach for someone to really understand it?
The person who opened their hearts for the students.
A great teacher should be a great leader.
What is the one school course that you took that made you realize that you know what, you can change the world? You have that ability. Was there anything in school that made you believe that you can change the world?
I had environmental sciences. That actually made me become really passionate about the environment. Not in a way like, oh, flowers so pretty, but in a way like we're destroying it, and I want to do something to change that. Doesn't matter if it's in a huge impact or a little one, just something that makes me feel like, wow, it's
being
a better way.
Was part of the course that you took that was important for you, right?
For me, the people I was surrounded of, the vibe they gave, it made me feel empowered to change. So.
Okay. No, I remember that once I was having a real bad day, and one teacher came to me and played a song for me, and that was the moment I realized that the little things you do for other people can change their day or even their lives, because I still remember that time every time I think about that person.
And my infantile teacher, which is like from 3 to 5 years old, we were really little, so we didn't really know anything what we were doing. But still, she made sure that everyone felt welcome, that everyone had something to do, that no kid was left alone. And I realized that you have to come together and work with other people to grow as a person.
Okay, according to you, what makes a good teacher?
A good teacher, in my opinion, will be a teacher who isn't too strict to the students. Usually, when a teacher is strict, the student usually loses their attention span, and they don't really listen to teachers since they can't relate to the teacher. I think the teacher should be a little fun, but also know their boundaries on when to be serious and when to be playful.
And can you remember one school experience or something that you do in school that makes you believe you can?
I think it would be when I joined the choir, because before that I was a very shy person. I didn't like going on stage. I didn't like a lot of attention. But when I joined choir, since I love singing, it gave me a little bit of confidence to go on stage and sing with a lot of amazing people that I am very close with. So yeah, that empowered me a little to have more confidence.
Okay, what is the one experience that you will take from this summit and want to share with your peers and back home?
It's a great question. I think that for me, the experience that I'll take home is that we're all the same, and that when we boil down to it, whether it's the language that we feel divides us, or it's the color of our skin, it's where we came from, what our religion is, and when it all boils down, we're all human, and we all have human experiences, and we all connect with one another on a human level, and then it's really empowering to see these cultures, all humans come together to coexist for a common goal to ultimately change our world.
I think the patience that the teacher needs to enjoy to teach, because if he's not enjoying, he's doing a bad work teaching to their students.
Yeah, obviously, if you don't have the passion for it, because if you're a teacher or you want to be a teacher, you're supposed to teach without expecting something back. And being a good teacher always has to do with that, and they have patience with the students when they ask, and not just shout at them, not hate students because they are bad, and make them understand that they have to respect you for who you are as a teacher. That's your intention.
What are you looking for? What is the best teacher? Who is the best teacher for you?
A best teacher should be willing to talk to us in a calm way, in a very positive way, without scolding, without fighting. Yeah.
Okay.
In my personal opinion, I think that what makes a teacher great is that they are actually passionate about the subject they're teaching, and they have a deeper connection with the students that they're teaching.
For me, what I think makes a teacher great is being there for their students in any way possible, and just supporting us along whatever journey we're on.
I think that teachers should respect the child, because the fact that we're children or the fact that we're young means nothing about our ability to think or make change or what we feel. And so the minute the teacher gives the student respect, the student can say what they want to learn, what interests them, and are generally a lot more active in their learning, which I love to learn. So I think it's so very important that other kids are given the opportunity to say what they want to learn, say what they love, and be able to approach that.
Someone who gives confidence in like their students, and when like they don't want to work, she forces them to work, and then if we don't work, then she says that then I'm gonna have to work, so we feel bad for her. And sometimes she has blonde hair. It's nice. Oh yeah. Miss Andriolis, my Horizons teacher. I did not want to work at all, and then she said, "Whoa, if you don't work, you're never gonna get anywhere." So then, now I do work when I have to.
Okay, according to you, what makes a good teacher?
I feel that the teacher should have confidence in the students. She should motivate them, and the students should. The teacher should be so good that the students should believe in the teacher.
Okay, and can you tell me what do you think makes a good teacher?
A good teacher is that a teacher should believe in the students, and then she should give opportunities to the students.
And do you remember one experience in your school that really helped you a lot?
The Science Innofest had many ideas, so that made me more like I gained so much knowledge, and I made this project. So.
Awesome. Now, according to you, what do you think makes a good teacher?
According to me, a good teacher would be one who understands the student above all. So it's not just about how he or she teaches, but how he or she interacts with the student, and yes.
And can you remember one schooling experience that has empowered you?
One schooling experience which has empowered me would be with Miss Rianne, my English teacher, during public speaking sessions. So I was one student who was really frightened of public speaking, but then she's the one who changed my perspective. She's the one who encouraged me to step forward, and yeah, she's one of the reasons I am who I am now.
All right, and according to you, what makes a good teacher?
For me, a good teacher is a teacher who doesn't just read from the book, but teaches from the heart, understands and teaches them, and also a teacher who understands the student, just not for the sake of teaching, they're teaching and going, but knowing about the student, the eagerness of teaching, and that's a good teacher, I would say.
And can you think of that one experience in school that has empowered you?
I would say that one experience might be the entire time in school, because my school has given me a lot of opportunities. So all these opportunities are different, and all of them have helped me in different ways. Every one of them are equal to me, so my entire school have helped me in everything in my life.
And according to you, what makes a good teacher?
I think the best teacher for students will be responsible, reliable, generous, and person that can always hear and understand the students, and person that helps pupils in different projects, in different activities that they take part, and try to make to take different interests of all students.
And according to you, what makes a good teacher?
According to me, what makes a good teacher is that she supports what the student does. It's not only about studies, it's about external activities also. So if the student is good in football, for example, she support the student rather than telling the student to only focus on studies.
And can you remember one experience in your school that has empowered you?
So my teacher, she was I used to be into innovation a lot. I am still into innovation. So when I used to go outside class and do all my projects, so my mom used to tell that you're not focusing in class and all. But then my teacher supported me. She told it's not only about studies, but it's also about what you want, what's your interest. So this is one of my personal experiences with my excellent teacher.
Can you share, according to you, what makes a good teacher?
All right. So, well, in my opinion, a good teacher is a person who always motivates you and encourages you to take up various challenges, and always encourages and motivates you to take up the I Can challenge, like the I Can Summit especially, to take up the I Can mentality and make you believe that you're one of the most powerful persons and you can do a great impact on the society.
And can you remember one experience in your school that empowered you?
Okay. Well, one experience would be Well, my teachers always encouraged me to participate in various innovation events, and I got real opportunities like in the science fairs, exhibitions, and the ICANN Summit especially. I also got an opportunity to present my idea at the World Expo, which is being held at Dubai at the year 2020. And yeah.
And can you remember one schooling experience that has empowered you?
One schooling experience which really empowered me was with my Hindi teacher. So our supervisor walked into class and she happily asked, "Okay, ma'am, I need one responsible child." 50 hands went up. Then my teacher happily walked over to my side of the class and she pointed at me and then she sent me out. Since that day, I have taken more opportunities in leadership and I have become more confident about myself.
And according to you, what makes a good teacher?
For me, a good teacher is a person that helps you, and sometimes yes, it has to be angry because we are boys and we are guys, and we sometimes we behave bad. But a good teacher is one that helps you, and yes, that helps you.
And do you remember a memory from your school where some moment or a teacher has really helped you and make you believe you can?
Yes, the school gave me an experience to Madrid, of also in Design for Change. It was really good, and it for me was like a step, no, a giant step.
According to you, what makes a good teacher?
A good teacher is someone that inspires you and helps you to get into a subject and makes you do it.
And do you remember an experience from school where you were empowered?
Well, my project, it really inspired me, and the project that we did in Design for Change, and now we're here in Rome.